I'll do the...
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in a 90s dance.
Let's do it.
You can only move when the lights are off. You can't move when the lights are on. You have 5 moves to get to me. Are you ready?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. You have 5 moves to get to me. Oh.
What?
Oh my
Turn
God.
the light on.
Sorry. Something fell, right?
Yeah, it was sitting right here. Was it?
And it just fell off? Okay.
Fell?
That's how this
flew off.
There's no way
It was
this
here?
fell. Feel how heavy this is.
No.
Yes,
Wow.
it was sitting right here. Did you touch that?
No, she didn't touch it.
I don't know. That's... I don't know.
Maybe it was like...
Wait. What? No.
Why is that one?
Oh!
Oh my God! Oh my God! You guys! What the hell?
That was okay.
So
What?
no.
What the
happened?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. What is...
Wait, I'm really scared. I'm really scared. What the fuck is that?
Time for a blessing. That was actually very scary, especially, you know, it seemed like a regular game. And by the way, those guys were playing that game slow. You give me, that lady gave you, I would have gotten her way quick. Even that 5 minutes turning off the lights and on, you could only move when the lights were off. Boom, the first light. I wouldn't have even waited that long. But yes, regardless, you need a blessing. You need to get a blessing. That I really hope this is something that you can get past, but I wonder if you somehow invited the things in when you were playing the game, and maybe that's the name of the game. It tricks you into inviting things into your home. So hopefully things are better for you guys, and oh boy.
The creature moving around while being held by its father is a pretty grim sight to look at. Some time passes and the homunculi from the previous video has grown quite a bit. Corny then saying that the homunculi began to lose moisture, so he thought it'd be...
For those of you that don't know what that thing is in that video, it's called an homunculus. It is basically a creation of mixing genes and experimenting to create something new. New creatures, new half-human creatures. Now, this used to be a trend a while back, and a lot of people were experimenting with this, but there was one man in particular that was super obsessed, this Russian guy, and his videos were the most popular, which is the videos that I posted here. The 2 things that you see on there are just 2 of the creatures that he created. He created, I think, like 4, maybe more of them. And they were all different. Some were similar, but they were all different. Now, I don't know for sure if it's real or fake. None of us will ever really know. But I think it's real. And it is possible because when you look at so many other things that we share DNA with, like a banana, for example, we share like 90-something% DNA with a banana, like with a slug, with all these random things. So it is possible. What he did was injected his own specimen, if you know what I mean, into the chicken egg and left it to incubate for about 40 days. And then we had those creations when he cracked the eggs. There's more videos of the other ones. Like there's one that looked like a chicken foot. It came out from the egg looking like a chicken foot, and it was moving. And then there was another one that looked like a starfish that had an eye in the middle. What I found weird was that each time it would create something different though. But these videos are so disturbing and disgusting. I don't know why anyone would even want to do this.
You literally did it. You watched all his videos. And by the way, these videos are fake. I have gone through them myself. I even have biology experts that was like, hey, come tell me, is this possible? It is, in theory, possible. It can be done. Unfortunately, the way that the Russian guy is putting his specimen into an egg, and then whatever that, hatches into is what you're looking at. And as she said, he's done it 4 times. And don't go looking for the video. It's a waste of time. It's fake. It's cinematrix, animated. It's CGI'd, whatever it may be. It's definitely not viable. I mean, if this was true, every single person would be growing eggs and making their own little inchworms, if you will. So in the end, hopefully this lady realizes that this is fake. But what do you guys think? You think this type of stuff? I mean, I know humonguli or humongulus. I don't know, actually. All right, what do you guys think? You think this guy's real? You think this is legit?
Y'all, probably the creepiest thing that has ever happened to me just happened. I slept on the couch last night, and my cat was next to me, and usually when he hears a noise, I can feel him like move or whatever, but I woke up this morning and there was a picture of me sleeping on the couch in my camera roll, and it freaked me out so much, y'all. Like, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna include the picture in this video. I'm wondering, like, is someone in my house? Like, I don't think it could have been my cat because he was sleeping right next to me, I've never seen him take a picture before, but here's the picture.
I feel like this is fake. There is no way. But that was hilarious. Whoa, you're planking on the couch? Who sleeps like that?
Habang ini-interview ang babae na ito sa telebisyon, makikita natin ang isang aso sa likuran kung saan nakatayo ang isang babae na kanyang nilapitan. Inamoy ng aso ang babaeng nakaputi na shorts. Pansinin nating maigi ang aso dahil sa nakakapangilabot na nangyari dito. Ang aso ay para bang sinipa ng hindi nakikitang nilalang. Dahil sa pangyayaring ito, agad na nag-viral ito sa ibang bansa dahil sa hindi maipaliwanag na nangyari sa aso.
Alright, so I really had to break that down here, but it's like literally, I guess, the dog sniffs, and then after the sniff, it has like a delayed reaction, because at the end it like has like this like, oh god, my own tail freaked me out, and it jumps away. And I guess I can't really understand what this guy's saying, but like, I'm assuming that's what they're talking about, the dog, and this happened on YouTube. But it feels like, hey, this can be explained. I think the dog just jumped back. Dogs do that kind of stuff. We've seen a lot of dogs do weird stuff. We've even seen humans try and be dogs. It's been quite crazy. How are you enjoying exploring the weird? I really hope you are. Please smoke that like button.
Photos taken before disaster, part 4. This was the final photo taken of James Gandolfini the night the 51-year-old actor suffered a massive heart attack in his hotel room in Rome, Italy. Hours before his sudden death, he scarfed down a double order of fried king prawns in a huge pile of foie gras, washed down with 2 pina coladas, 4 shots of rum, and a few beers. It would end up being his final meal. This 1998 photo was taken in Omagh, Ireland, just minutes before a bomb placed in the red car exploded. 29 people were killed by the blast, and another 220 were injured. The cameraman of this photo died, but the man and his daughter happened to survive. This security photo shows teacher Dave Sanders guiding students out of the cafeteria during the Columbine High School massacre of 1999. After hearing gunshots from outside the school, Sanders sounded the alarm and saved over 100 students by herding them away from the shooters. Sadly, he was later shot 3 times and ended up being the only teacher killed in the shooting.
Yo, that is sad. But at least that teacher, protected those students and, did his job, bro. I hate to say it, but like, mad respect. This guy that had the massive heart attack, unfortunate. Oh man, what was the second one? I already forgot.
Photos taken.
The second. Oh yeah, the injuries that happened. Was it Oklahoma something? explosion. Yeah, it was a blast. Yeah, but at least these two survived, but the cameraman did not. Oh man, it's unfortunate, but there is proof that there was a before and there was an after.
I walked this bench. For some, I might change angles. For some, I might get shorter. Others may think I'm walking downhill. As I go this way, it may seem to some like I'm going up or getting taller. Now, I know there's a crooked roof. I'm 6'3", maybe 6'4", depending on what 7-Eleven I run from. My head is above the roof here. My head's below the roof over here. That can create an optical illusion. Do you guys remember how bubbles go uphill? Yeah. I'm going to place my level on the bench. Do you notice how the bubble goes to that side? When the bubble goes to that side, what does it tell us about the bench? It's higher on that side. That's why the air bubble rises. So it may look to some like I'm going down. I'm really walking up. This is not the board of mystery. On this demonstration, I can put down my ball. What, roll down on this thing? No, you can't roll down on this. So all that shows is there's a high side and a low side. So kids, for my next demonstration, you have to realize this is high up. This is lower down. Does everybody understand there's an uphill and a downhill? Yeah. It's higher, it's lower? You got it? Okay, just smile and nod. High, low. How tall are you? Look at each other. Do you notice it's a little bit taller to a little bit shorter? Is it a little bit taller and a little bit smaller? Tall, small? No magic. We call out your heights. That's what we expect to happen. Tall, small. No magic. Could you young men on the end step off and switch? Sir, could I have you and you step? You gentlemen carefully exchange positions with each other. Now, don't look out the roof behind you, but turn your heads and look at each other. Did you notice something that happened? Did we kind of even out? So help us understand what just happened. A taller person walked uphill and got shorter. A shorter person went downhill and got taller. For you 6, does it have anything to do with the crooked roof behind you? You can't see the roof behind you, can you? So we out here could see the change.
Yo, that was definitely weird. A lot of it explainable, just physics, right? My easiest way to explain the rock like rolling, even though it looks uphill, and he did a great job explaining it as well. But even if you look at the roof, you see the curvature, so you know the ball's gonna roll the same way the roof is gonna roll. Especially if when he put the leveler and he's like, "Hey, this is this side is more up than this side. It's just an optical illusion." So he does explain it, and even with the heights. I think, as you said, different things happen to different people, but I think with the way that the background is situated, that's exactly what we're looking at. We're looking at that optical illusion feel. It has something to play with it, but yeah, definitely quite interesting. Oh man, the shadow figures really get to me because the one before the last one, I felt like he actually grabbed it and he went at it. So this is an interesting way to attack the ghost phenomenon here. I feel like it could agitate them more. Just go with the blessings, bro. Get the exorcism. Get on that list. You need to get on the list. Oh my god! But the last one, the bonus footage with the shadow person, is really creepy because I've seen a lot of paranormal shows, and they show you what these dark entities are capable of, and when it gets physical, that's when I go out. I'm like, I'm done here. Count me out, buddy. I turn out the other way. I'm out.
This video was taken at 3 a.m. and posted on the dark web on April 9th, 2023 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. At the time of the incident, the owner of the residence was asleep. It was only after he woke up and saw a notification on his phone that he realized the situation. On viewing the video, he was startled by what he saw. A woman trying various keys to gain entry to the house, even going so far as to look for a concealed key. Even more intriguingly, the owner of the house said he had never seen this woman before. He reported that she had started throwing stones at his vehicle and testing the locks. It seemed she was under the influence of something. Repeatedly, she even tried to insert keys into the doorbell camera itself. After a few minutes, she left the premises, never to reappear on the property. Her motives remain an unsolved mystery.
Yo, she was feeling it. I could tell she was feeling it. She was like, yo, I just need to get into my house. I sleep this one off. I be alright. But I'm like, lady, you're not gonna be alright. You're at the wrong house. Oh my god, but that stinks that she threw rocks at your property and car, and it's unfortunate, but you're feeling it at 3 in the morning. What are you gonna do? But luckily the homeowner was asleep and didn't get into a confrontation or anything. Oh boy.
Please, please, please. Oh, fuck. No.
This is why I don't camp. So my grandfather lived through this exact same Blair Witch style scenario as a kid, and the story he told me was crazy. He grew up in this really small Appalachian town, and there was a giant forest behind his house. And he and his cousin used to go all throughout the area to hunt raccoons. And I talk about it on this episode of the podcast, but every time he would go to the edge of the woods, he would hear a woman scream. Just like this one here, like a guttural scream.
Oh, fuck.
It was like someone didn't want him to go into the woods. But unlike the guys in that video, a few years go by and my grandfather actually figured out what it was. So he had this old creepy neighbor who had actually tied a string to a bucket in the woods. And whenever he saw kids coming close to the woods, he would play it with a bow like a violin, and it sounded like a woman screaming. But the reason he was doing this was because there were moonshiners in the woods illegally hiding out and making moonshine. And this neighbor knew that if the kids accidentally stumbled upon the illegal operation, those moonshiners were not going to spare those kids. So yeah, if you hear something in the woods, no you didn't. And check out the podcast for more scary stories.
I'm with this lady. I like this. Yeah, I hear something crazy, I'm walking away from something crazy. All those horror movies, and I love horror movies, Conjuring. Oh man, freaking love the Conjuring universe. But anyway, if I hear something crazy, all the movies are like, go investigate, Teddy. I'm like, nah. Only I watch, I react, I ain't gonna be the one that steps up going, hey, put me in, coach, I'm ready. Actually, I feel like sometimes there would be scenarios where I would say, put me in, coach, I'm ready. Yeah, this is debatable now. Because, you're at that 50-50 sometimes, and you're like, at this point, I just want to know. And then you walk in, but then I don't want to invite anything back. In the end, I ain't investigating for now.
Alright, so my husband and I...
What? I'll never know.
Hi, guys. So I saw...
It's a corner. Well, fuck you then. I don't know what it is. Well, I'm looking. I don't see shit. There's nothing in the corner. Oh, you can go fuck off then. I'm not seeing it. It's not fucking there, bro. It's a corner and it's fucking empty.
Oh my god, this guy is so mad at the cat. And the cat's like, just look at it. Just look at it. Just look at it. Doesn't it look nice? I felt it looked nice. Alright, let's see.
So, here's the deal, guys. I work on the road. I drive for work every single day, and I go to different places all the time. Currently, I am in just about the most backwoods place that you can get. I do live in the southern part of the United States. To cut it short, I see weird shit all the time. This time, I think something has taken the cake as far as weird shit that I've seen. And I turned around and came back to this place just to show you. This place looks like Mad Max. It looks like an atomic bomb has went off. It's on top of a mountain in the middle of nowhere. I have no service at this moment. It looks like a wrong turn movie up here, to put it lightly. And I'm going to show you something. This is weird. This isn't that weird where it's out of the ordinary, but just to give you an idea of the weird shit that I see on a consistent basis, I'm almost desensitized to it. Okay, hold on one second. It's coming up. Camera here so you can see it. Coming up on it right now. That is baby dolls hanging from rope and coat hangers in a tree. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, well, that's Halloween decorations. A brother in Christ, there is Santa Claus. It is December. That is not for Halloween. That was, I come up here every single month. That was not even there in October.
Yo, there is some creepy stuff happening in that neighborhood. And the craziest part is, even before he got to the crazy dolls and the trees, you could tell that neighborhood looked kind of run down. There were scrap cars everywhere. So I feel this guy, man. He's doing the real work out there, doing God knows what. But yeah, he sees something creepy, he calling it out. And if the dolls weren't there before, and it's not even Halloween and the dolls are there, that's when you start to wonder, what is the true purpose? Why were they there? Is that some ritual? Man, it really makes me wonder. All right, guys, let's do one more.
This photo is terrifying, but not for the reason you think. Sure, it does look like Abraham Lincoln is giving his wife a back massage from the afterlife, and that is spooky. But this woman here, Mary Todd Lincoln, was into some really witchy stuff and is the reason that the White House is haunted. Let me explain. And before we dive in, tonight's episode is all about hauntings of the White House, so you don't want to miss it. So when the Lincolns were in the White House, their youngest son, Willie, died of typhoid fever. He was only 11 when he died, and Mary, who was already suffering from mental health issues, was inconsolable when he died. And in her grief and desperation, she started holding seances in the White House. At first they were harmless. She would just conjure the ghost of Willie, whose ghost actually still haunts the White House today. But then they started getting out of control and Mary was calling all sorts of ghosts into the White House. Guests would hear stomping and swearing come from nowhere. One person said they even heard Andrew Jackson playing the violin once. And the White House stayed haunted after she stopped doing these seances. When William Howard Taft was president, his aides said that they were being tormented by a ghost they called the Thing. And one woman who thought she saw it actually said it looked like a young boy. So when you see this photo, it may look like a gag, but Mary was up to some really witchy stuff in the White House. Be sure to tune in tonight for more spooky stories and history.
Dude, I have a feeling that's not a gag, bro. I'm one of those believers that I do believe Lincoln's presence is in the White House and other areas. I think he's just such a big energy that wherever he goes, it is present. And just knowing that his spouse was into witchcraft and that type of things and could have had this happen, just like it's that assurance, that she needed, that even after he passed, that he was with her. Even the same thing with the son and the Willie, right? So I completely can understand now why the White House could be haunted, but I almost feel like there were already stories about ghosts in the White House prior to Lincoln as well. But I'm not completely sure there. I remember reading a long time ago a book about ghosts and ghosts in the White House, and like it was about the servicemen guys that take care of the White House and what they thought, and the presences they felt. So there are a lot of presidents in there, man. I'm sure ghosts still lingering here and there. So I say White House needs an exorcism as well. Who's with me? Let's get them all exorcised. We need to get on the list. Which pope is coming down to exorcise the White House? That's what I want to know. We're gonna have to shut it down. All right, guys. If you are into creepy and weird, please consider joining the Ganja Goons gang by hitting that subscribe. We are growing. We are 200 strong. And I'm so proud to say, you know, this is wild. I really hope we continue this trend and I can come out and react to even more videos and see how it goes. So guys, I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.